Emerson Mnangagwa attended the ZANU-PF's Women's League, and one of the revelations he made was that the ZANU-PF conference is going to be held specifically in Manicaland. That is why they have the two factions have been battling it out at Manicaland. And also there is, apart from that, the conference would be held in October this year. So we are just few months away from that conference, and from the look of what has been happening, especially during the month of July, and what would be transpiring today going forward, there is an indication that the Mnangagwa faction is preparing to maximize during the upcoming ZANU-PF conference that is due in October this year. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel. That is the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So Emerson Mnangagwa made revelations yesterday at ZANU-PF's Women's League. There was a meeting at the ZANU-PF headquarters, and you could tell the way that meeting was organized, women welcoming Emerson Mnangagwa with 2030 song. They were singing that 20 old and tired 2030 song when they were welcoming Emerson Mnangagwa, and that event was captured and circulated on social media by the ex-trolls of Emerson Mnangagwa, an indication that the faction of Mnangagwa has intensified efforts this time around to try and also use the upcoming next conference to strengthen itself. But will that be possible? Let's watch and see what they are trying to do. But I know part of the things, for example, yesterday after the ZANU-PF Women's League meeting, we had announcement and declarations that all the provincial chair ladies of ZANU-PF had actually endorsed Emerson Mnangagwa to continue as the president up to 2030. So you see, this resolution would be further taken to the ZANU-PF conference that would be held in October. And we have heard also the notorious chiefs of ZANU-PF members also calling for Emerson Mnangagwa to go up to 2030 as the president of Zimbabwe by passing the current constitution, by the way. And from the look of things, if they are to achieve this constitutionally, they should have started the process, you see, constitutionally, of changing the constitution. They are running out of time, but you see, we are dealing with criminal elements, people who do not actually respect their constitution. That is why you had individuals like Daniel Gawe saying Emerson Mnangagwa will achieve 2030 mantra by hook or crook. So that on its own tells you that we've got a Mnangagwa who is defiant, we've got a Mnangagwa that is cunning, that is highly deceptive, especially to retired General Chiwenga. So I think we have also seen there will be meeting, I'm sure, today going into tomorrow, and all these meetings, if you look, they are tailor-made to begin now a renewed efforts to campaign for Emerson Mnangagwa to remain as president up to 2030, and also what they want to achieve in this conference, by the way. That is why they were co-opted. They wanted Takwirei to be co-opted to the ZANU-PF Central Committee. There may be plans to actually bring Mnangagwa Takwirei into the presidency as one of the vice president of Emerson Mnangagwa. And guess what? whose position would be at risk in this regard. It is none other than the position of retired General Chiwenga himself. That is why we saw him, I think he picked this long time ago. That is why you had Blessed Keza warning Mnangagwa Takwire, calling him a boy, saying, you are a boy. And I think we've seen also Chiwenga intensifying efforts in terms of stopping Mnangagwa Takwire using the ZANU-PF constitution, but there is seemingly resistance from Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa faction. And if you look at the attitude of the trolls of Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, it is written on the wall that they are working so hard to defy retired General Chiwenga faction. So, ZANU-PF October conference, will we reach there, Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa still being the president? Only time will tell, but you will see a lot of drama, maybe more than what you witnessed, especially when we were watching events leading to the Bulawayo, chaotic Bulawayo conference. ZANU-PF of Mnangagwa was seemingly winning until Chiwenga faction pulled the last straw, and we saw a very confused man, by the way, whom these two factions are actually making him to be a toy. Patrick Chinamasa pouring cold water to the Chiwenga faction when he indicated that I mean, it was practically impossible for Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to achieve the first resolution. Insults were held against Patrick Chinamasa, and we saw him coming into order, exactly how he has been also toyed around on the issue of Mnangagwa Takwire. His office was used to convey a certain message by the retired General Chiwenga faction, and also his office was also used by the Mnangagwa faction to retract the statements that have been put out on the public domain by the retired General Chiwenga faction. That is why I say it must be very, very difficult these days to be a ZANU-PF official. Just imagine being given diverse instructions from the two pools at the top. That is why I've always discussed this question on who exactly is in control of ZANU-PF. And from the look of things, ZANU-PF at the moment is controlled by two individuals. And these people, they give instructions. They are feared. When they give instructions, officials act. When Mnangagwa gives instructions, officials act. Equally so, when Chiwenga gives instructions, also officials act. It must be it must be very, very difficult to be Patrick Chinamasa, as well as to be individuals like Opet Mpofu. During the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, at least they were used to actually tracking for one man. Even the man who was contesting the position of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, Mnangagwa was also deceptively tracking on Robert Gabriel Mugabe. But this time around, it is quite different. Let's watch and see how things will unfold. As I promised, I'll be posting those V11s, the other ones I was talking about on that other live video that I did, the first one, on my Facebook channel. That is Tony Pani Global News TV. Please follow that channel. And also, please follow channel that is Tony Pani Digital Music on YouTube. You search for that channel, it is there, and you subscribe to it. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please don't forget to press the red or black subscribe button so that when we come live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send our stars. Umtlawan is signing off. Thank you very much. Let's meet on the other side.